they have that birthright. They are indigenous inhabitants of KOINADUGU. They are indigenous inhabitants of Sierra Leone. They are part and parcel of Sierra Leone. So what are we going to do about these kids that are going to these volunteers, these volunteer schools? Are we going to sit around and watch them struggle? Or all KOINADUGU organizations around the world, in and out of Sierra Leone, should we come together and see what we can do for these schools? These kids have been out of school for a very long time. But let's stop there. And let me give you another beautiful music so you can enjoy yourself while we are dealing with this topic. It is a very sensitive topic because, one, we have a serious problem in Sierra Leone, which is the Ebola problem. And here comes this problem again. Government is asking all students to go to school free, especially public schools. And in Sierra Leone, we know there are so many schools there that are not public schools. In the villages, the communities built their own school. Those schools are not approved by the government for one reason or the other. So most of the teachers there are volunteers. So how are they going to handle this situation? But before we get to that, listen to this beautiful music. And don't forget, you are listening to the Voice of Equality for your latest news about KOINADUGU. And I am Fule Lamin Kande.
falama anga hure na dankare ababa hure na fogorabe anga sine na dankare kamane na falama
Thank you very much for listening to the Voice of Equality. I hope you enjoy this beautiful cultural music. You see, before we continue, let me say thanks to certain organizations, especially the entire KOINADUGAN, sisters and brothers, sons and daughters and friends of KOINADUGU. You see, I've experienced and participated in doing and continue doing what KOINADUGANs did for KOINADUGU when this Ebola started up to this point. So it is my responsibility, and in behalf of the Voice of Equality and staff, to say thanks to the KOINADUGU Prevention Task Force, Ebola Task Force in Washington, D.C., the KOINADUGU Sisterhood in Washington, D.C., the KOINADUGU United Against Ebola in Freetown, Sierra Leone, and so many other organizations. The Camp KOINADUGU in Canada, and our brothers in Britain, Australia, Germany, Holland, Italy. All these KOINADUGANs contributed to maintain and eradicate Ebola with all their effort, interest, and love for KOINADUGU in KOINADUGU. So I know we can handle a lot of cases when it comes to reality, and this is one we should participate in. Whether you are in Sierra Leone, our homeland, our beloved home, or you are overseas. Here is the problem, again, to repeat this problem. Education. Education, one thing that nobody will take from you till you become a gift to the grave. And here is a problem that is confronting our children in KOINADUGU. Because if we talk about education, the first person I'm thinking about is the Minister of Education. He destroyed education in Sierra Leone because he never participated and see that everybody has shared the national cake of Sierra Leone, which is education. He never paid attention to anything that is education in the hinterlands of Sierra Leone. I can cite you another example in Kasongo, this Kasongo Chiefdom in KOINADUGU. There is a school there built and operated by volunteers. The teachers are volunteers, and the school is not approved either, because they don't have no qualified teachers there approved by the Ministry of Education to teach there. And the Ministry of Education is not responsible for their salaries. So in one way or the other, those schools are not approved. Why? Nobody knows, except the Minister of Education, Dr. Ba. So this is just a preamble, because right now we can't go too far with this, but I'm just trying to enlighten everybody the problems we are facing right now in KOINADUGU in terms of education, learning. Because of the Ebola, we can't go too far, because we know the government is doing all it could, doing their best, their level best, to get rid of Ebola. So if we started bombarding them for education in KOINADUGU, while the Ebola is still around and they are still doing their best, I mean, it is absurd. So the only thing I'm trying to do is just to enlighten everybody that involves, especially the government, the KOINADUGANs and Sierra Leoneans too, because we are not the only people facing that problem right now. So it's just too difficult to analyze what is going on, because nobody knows how this problem will be solved or handled. Because, I mean, the emphasis is on public schools. And there are so many schools in Sierra Leone that are not public schools. So it is better for the Minister of Education to start thinking about how he will handle this situation before April 15. Because all the kids are ready to go to school. They are tired of staying home. They are tired of going to the farms. They are tired of being afraid. So that's the problem. And this is just the preamble of everything, just to enlighten everybody what is going on, especially in KOINADUGU, which is the most illiterate country or district in the country, which is sad, because we are participating in everything that as far as Sierra Leone is concerned, but at the same time we are lacking of everything as far as Sierra Leone is concerned. So my brothers and sisters, sons and daughters of KOINADUGU, friends of KOINADUGU, this is the problem that is we are going to confront very soon, with effect from April 15 when schools are opening. So let's listen to another beautiful song from one of our KOINADUGU brother, Dovi Mohamed Darami. He's resided in Australia, giving us this beautiful music, because there is no faking anymore. Faking is